Hey guys, Johnny Sunshine here. Turn down this volume. Fucking Nora Jones, I'll be working for her. Heading to my next service call. I haven't been there in 10 years, but it seems to me I remember that the toilets were American Standard Colony, I believe. I'm just going to need to replace the flapper. You got to be careful with those American Standard Colony toilets. That's one of those toilets where you'll get a double flush if you put the wrong flapper in. Also, on those toilets, the tank to bowl bolts are very, very thin, and the holes are small in the tank. The standard bolts, tank to bowl bolts, won't go in the holes, and I don't even attempt to try to drill vitreous china. You got to have the right bolts, man. Fortunately for me, Gorman Company, they discontinued when the Colony line of fixtures got discontinued. Gorman had a bunch of tanks and bowls all mixed matched, you know, but I saw it in the trash, and I took a truckload of fucking shit home, and I took all the parts out of them, all the flappers, all the bolts. So I'm sitting pretty good with that kind of stuff for the Colony. Now all of this could be just good information for you if it's not a Colony. I do remember this house. The guys who plumbed it, more service plumber than new construction guys. On every one of their houses, they ran 3-inch up to the toilet, which meant they had to wrap the 3-inch pipe coming up through the slab, and then they'd put the flange on the outside of the pipe. And unfortunately for the homeowners, every one of those flanges is loose. It's just a horrible way to do it. Don't use a 3-inch 90 or a 3-inch sweep for a toilet unless you absolutely have to. You need to be using 4x3 closet bends. This one toilet in the guest bath on this house was a nightmare. Using hydraulic cement, doing all kinds of shit, trying to get this toilet to stay still. Nothing to drill to, nothing to anchor. It's just a nightmare. It is an idiot's way of plumbing a house. 4x3 closet beds, guys. Fuck. Crazy dogs. I hope he's not mean. These people are kind of crazy. Look at my eyes, man. They look terrible. Fuck.
I'm sorry, I should have gotten dressed by now.
Uh-oh. Don't worry about it. How are you?
I've been pretty good.
How's your husband, John?
He died.
When did he die?
3 years.
His name was John, wasn't
Right.
it?
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad.
And I told somebody the other day, he died 2 years ago. And they go, they did not say it was longer than 2 years.
Let's see what you got here.
Yeah, it just run by itself.
Okay, so it's a Kohler toilet, and I need to replace the flapper. It shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, it flushes good, and I'll lay in bed, and I'll hear it running. It's like, well, that's not in there.
Okay, let's flush it and see what happens. One of the easy ways, guys, to tell how old a flush valve is, because it looks fairly new, you know? There is water on the top of it, maybe some sweating going on in here. But the easiest way is to grab this hose. If this hose is hard as a rock, this is an old flush valve. Ma'am, do you want me to replace this too? Okay, all right. You only need a flapper, but while I'm here for an extra $15 or $17, it's worth it for me to replace that. And then I gotta put a new hose on.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't do like house clean anymore. I got a girl. Are they doing anything that I need to say? I know they've got the toilet seat splattered yellow like paint. I don't know what they tried to clean. I gotta yell at them about that, but
I'll tighten this seat up for you too.
yeah, I was hoping you would have a toilet seat I could buy from you. I can't go to the store. So I'll just use the toilet seat. I mean, I don't know what cleaner they use, but when you get up and look, it's spotted with yellow spots. Can you see them? See them
No.
yellow?
No, I can't.
Here, I'll show you here. Look up here. That's them cleaning.
Yeah.
So I
I
said,
wouldn't
whatever
worry
you're
about it.
using.
All right, I'll just, I don't have seats on my truck. I can tighten this up for you. Yeah, and then I'll go get you a flapper, a flush valve, and a supply. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your husband. He was a cool guy. Didn't he have like a Corvette or something?
We both did. Mine's still out there. I sold his. He had a yellow convertible.
Yeah, what kind do you have?
I have a blue hardtop.
What year?
Oh, mine's an old one, a classic. I could have kept his because his was paid for. Everybody laughed at me. It's a 2005, but I just love it.
Can I look at it?
Sure. The dog's like that.
I remember these dogs.
I think it. Shut up, please. I just think it has class. I know it's old. Classy. Oh, shut up. Everybody said, don't keep this, keep his. But I like it.
Yeah, I had one like this. Mine was, I had a T-top, you know?
It's only got 60,000 miles on it. And I go, he goes, but John only had 10 miles, Sandy. You're stupid. I said, well, I got a pretty good buy for him.
Yeah, this is, mine was silver. And sold it to a friend of mine. But how old is this heater, do you know?
Yeah, it'll tell you right here. Installed 9/25/20.
Oh, good. So it's fairly new.
I made him write it.
You should have called me, ma'am. Oh, 20? Yeah, that was 3-4 years ago. Lots happened to me since the last time I saw you. I got diagnosed with leukemia
Oh my God.
and had to have a bone marrow transplant. Yeah. Well, I just had surgery 3 weeks ago on my face.
You're out working?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Gotta eat, you know?
I'm sorry about his barking.
It's all right.
I didn't give him a pill to.
Give him a Quaalude.
I'm getting something.
Give the dog a Quaalude. She missed that joke. All right, guys. So. Kohler flapper, totally eaten up. Eat up like a big dog. Yeah. This is a new Kohler flapper. Yeah, this hose is hard as a rock. I always save these because you never know. You don't want to take one out of a new ball cock. Sometimes you need them. I try to replace them all the time. If they have one that just sticks in the top of the tube, I don't like them. You can see they've been hitting with the chlorine pretty good. Sometimes see that? She probably did that before I got here. Sometimes these gaskets will swell up, guys, and push that flapper up off the seat, man. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday. It's funny how these jobs come. I'm gonna adjust it the same way the one yesterday was adjusted. It's the same toilet. Kohler, Welworth. They were big back in 20 years ago. Oops. That dog's crazy. I think they had like Great Danes, man, the last time I worked here. And Kohler wasn't doing us any favors when they made these little clips, guys. I just gotta say, they suck. It's okay if you're a little Chinese woman, you know. This one all bent up. Yeah. Thinking that's going to be okay right there. Did I do with it? Almost dropped it down in the fucking flush valve. Shit. Fucking cold, man. Alright, so that's gonna work. Where I want to be. This is such a pain. If anybody's got an easier way of doing this, let me know. So this dog's nuts, man. God, I hate these things. Fucking fumbling around with this little piece of shit. God, this is why you call a plumber. Yeah, so I can mess around with it. It ain't easy. made that look easy. That's what I do here. Put it all back together and it won't be in the right spot. Please be in the right spot, man. Yeah, looks like it's gonna work, guys. Alright, so I want to flush this out pretty good right now. Notice I have my finger over this. All that water out of there as much as you can. This house has copper in it, which is surprising that it lasted that long. We have a big issue with copper going bad down here in Florida. Got my handmade tool for taking these nuts off. So this is the old one. The water level looks a little lower than it should be. So this is the same. Nobody ever adjusted this. It needs to come up just a little bit. That's going to be good enough. That's garbage. Use that. I'm not going to use that. just make sure that that's down all the way, guys, because otherwise that thing could ride up. The lid would most likely stop it if it did, but it could run. Tool. Don't even have to look under there. It's a two-in-one deal. Tripods, every one of them, there's something that's just not right about it, you know? So this tool is designed, it's a two-in-one. One side tightens up the ball cock, this side tightens up the nut of the supply tubes that I use. What I like to do is put it on by hand first. Sometimes these metal nuts, those are the ones I like to use. Sometimes they can be tough to start, but that's how I do it. This is an 8-inch supply tube, or 9-inch, I mean. Stock 9s, 12s, 16s, and 20s. Closet supplies. I also stock 16s. Mainly 20-inch lav supplies. That's gonna be that. I really like this, guys. These give you the air gap that you need on the top of these flush valves. The air gap that you should have. If you're stuffing this hose down here like this, as far as it'll go, toilet's gonna run all day and all night. It'll fill up and then siphon back down. Fill up, siphon back down. This needs to be installed like this, guys. You want it this below the lid, but as close to the lid as you can get so it doesn't blow off. It's a little safety feature. And I always take it back off to put it on, because I don't want to take a chance of messing up that flush, that overflow tube. That's a tricky one to find, guys. A leak on the overflow tube. So we're good here. I'm going to turn the water back on. Tighten up the packing nut, just a nudge. shit out of the tank. Get in there, baby. This is a Fluid Master Pro 45, and I really like them. They're reliable. Fluid Master Pro 45 from 9 to 14 inch adjustment. Ultra quiet, minimal water hammer, code approved. Now with all that shit that was down in there, I want to make sure that the jets are clear on this toilet around the rim. I want to make sure none of that rubber got caught in the rim of the toilet. And it's a little low. It's as high as it's going to go. I'm going to pop it up one notch by raising that white washer on the shank of the bowl top, making sure that I get it back down solidly, and you can pull up on this to make sure it's right. But I'm hoping that that stops right at the water line now, the mark that's on the overflow tube. It's about a 1/2 or 5/8 below the top. Yeah, see, it's a little high. And these things tend to soften a little, so it could creep up over time. The gasket, so I'm going to lower it to the water line, and then it may come up over time. That's it, guys. Another Kohler Welworth repaired. That's how you do it, guys. That's how you make it easy job look hard. That's what I'm here to do. Yeah. Like I said, I want to check this toilet for flushing before I leave, and I'm going to tighten the seat up because it's definitely loose. That thing's flushing like a champ. Oh, almost the whole hole is closed up in there. So what I'll do is I will, and you'll see the stuff in the bottom of the toilet. Probably knowing, well, I'm going to tell you what causes that. People don't flush the toilet every time. They pee in it, and they let it sit in here. And that's calcium from peeing. The whole thing's clogged in there. Pretty nasty. use this toilet and not flush it when you just pee?
That has been known to happen.
That has been known to happen. All right, it's not a good thing for this toilet
Okay.
because you're getting a lot of calcium buildup in the bottom here,
Okay.
and it won't flush good
Okay.
because this jet.
Well, let's blame that on me.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Okay. That will not happen again.
I know people try to save money on their water bill, you know. But
Well, that isn't the reason I would say that I've done it out of laziness.
really,
Well, I just peed and I walked away.
wow.
Just me. That's what I'm thinking of. But I can tell you this. I never put toilet paper on and walked away. Pee maybe. Toilet paper comes in and gets squared to trash. Or I throw it in the food over here.
Yeah, you gotta definitely you want to flush every time.
I've had a lot of company stay in this room, and not that I'm blaming them. I'm going to take the blame.
Yeah. Right. That's.
I thought you were going to tell me that the girls weren't cleaning it.
No. You need to be careful because there was also signs that somebody's pouring bleach in the tank.
Oh, that would be the cleaning people.
Yeah, well, they need to not do that because it eats all the rubber and plastic parts in there.
Okay, I'll have to talk to them.
That's a lot.
Even I know. I'm going to ask him. I wonder if I'm going to get any denial. But I'll ask him.
Nothing major, you know. How long has she been cleaning your house?
2 years.
She's good to you?
Oh,
Yeah. Don't mention it. All right, you're all set here. That's cleaned out. If you flush regularly now, that will continue to clean itself out. Water will cut through all of that, and it should be good. It's gonna be 170, ma'am.
okay. I'm going to 200. That other part of it. Okay.
What's that now?
Well, give me 200. The rest of it is something you can do for a while.
Well, I appreciate that. I only take a check or cash or Zelle. That's fine. Thank you. No, that's fine. Checks just as good. All right, guys. Let me tighten this toilet seat up. John Phillips Plumbing. Fine. I tell people all the time, don't worry, I know where you live. I'll go on the internet and tell everybody you don't flush the toilet every time you use it. That would be embarrassing. I'm kidding. So on these Kohler toilets, guys, this is all good information on the lid. If it's still there, it gives you part numbers, everything. So it's a good resource. You know, maybe even take it with you. Yeah. Yeah. This is my new battery pack. What's that, ma'am?
I said I was finally going through all John's stuff.
Yeah.
And I got out all the people that he used because I didn't know, you know, he called me.
Yeah, yeah, he used to call me.
He called you.
He was the
I'm
guy.
gonna get this for 200, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. If you have any issues, even if it's not plumbing related, you can feel free to give me a call. I always know people.
Okay, well, I just hired, I don't know, I called somebody, Johnny had called, ever hear of Care Electric? They're supposed to...
Yes, they're very well
they're gonna
known.
come and fix my kitchen lights, but
Yeah.
everything went at once. I don't know what
Well,
the
how
date
old is this house now?
Well, we bought it
20
12 years. I don't know who bought it before, who owned it before us, but we've been living
okay.
here 12 years. I don't know the date, do you?
It's the 10th. Today's the day I had my bone marrow transplant.
Well, you look good. And
I
you
feel
seem
great. On that front, my nose is a little shakwadi manjani, as they say in Rhode Island. Okay, ma'am, I appreciate the tip. No sweat.
Now, the Care Electric's supposed to come today and fix my kitchen. Everything's breaking at once. And I said, John, this morning, have you jinxed me or what? You mad?
No, not him.
I know.
Okay, ma'am.
Great.
You're all good.
Okay, thank you.
Nice seeing you again. Like I said, if you have any issues, call me.
I will.
I just live around the corner. And
Well, I'm glad I went to call and I said, I know this man's been here. John's called him.
yep, absolutely. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you for
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. She gave me a $30 tip, man. So let's see what's going on with this shutoff valve from that last job, guys. This valve, I was able to close it, but then not open it again, so look inside. Pretty crusted. Like there's a little plastic seat in there down inside there that was actually cracked. This was back when we first started using CPVC down here, and they didn't have the stops yet, so we were using compression stops, and the manufacturer would tell you that you got to wrap it with Teflon tape, which these guys didn't. They said you used to have to wrap this with like 3 or 4 wraps because the expansion coefficient of plastic and brass are different, and eventually that would leak. but it was kind of crusted up. I'm glad I replaced the valve. The gasket was in good shape. I don't replace just the gasket, guys. I change the whole thing because I'm more concerned about the packing nut and getting this new packing in here. All right, guys, Johnny Sunshine. This was a disaster waiting to happen on that fucking filter. Yep. So anyways, that's it, guys. Let me put my glasses on. This is Johnny Sunshine down here in sunny Sarasota. Yesterday it wasn't so sunny. Today it's beautiful again. Gorgeous day. Guess where I'm going, guys? Detweilers! The lady next door is looking at me like, what the fuck's wrong with that guy? That guy's fucking hungry, man. That's the problem, y'all. Guys, I totally have my truck set up for curbside operation. I pull up. Everything I need basically for a basic service call is on this side of the truck. If I need big tools, they're on the other side. That's how I roll, man. All right, guys. It's off to Detweilers, my friends. Have a great day, man. I did take that paper from that lid. That woman's not gonna be doing this shit herself, and this is great information, man. If you have a if you're doing service, man, you really should start like a scrapbook of information like that, like an owner's manual for garbage disposal, pressure tanks, expansion tank. Wow, that guy just fucked his rim up. He drove right over this fucking drain and then dropped into that hole. I bet he fucked that whole rim up. Dumbass. Yeah, scrapbook with information is a good thing, man. Really good thing. Anyways, alright guys, have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I shared some information that maybe you didn't know. I look forward to the comments of how I did everything wrong. Actually, I don't get many of them. I think most of you look at me like, this guy's got it bad enough as it is. Don't fucking, don't kick a man when he's down. I'm going to Detweilers.